We are about, or well, we are forming a group. See if we can find a tank to do the best dungeon there is in Classic, which of course is the Stormwind Stockades, which is terrible. I mean, I've been playing World of Warcraft for 20 years. Stormwind Stockades in Classic is probably the worst dungeon, I'd argue, um, in Classic. I mean, it serves a purpose in that um,
How are you?
it gives XP, basically, and that is it.
Have a good
You
one.
only have XP from killing mobs and some quests. That is it. You have a small chance of it being a rare spawning inside that could actually drop a couple of nice items, but I mean, you're basically there just for the XP and for quests. And what's even worse is that the few quests there are in there, two of them is very likely that you will not finish on your first visit, because one is the red wool bandana one,
What can I do for you?
and if depending on how many in the
See you
group has
around.
that quest, not everyone will get it because the mobs will simply not drop enough bandanas for everyone. And the other one is killing specific mobs, named mobs, like Defias Insurgent and stuff like that. Uh, and sometimes randomly, not all of them that you need are actually spawned in your instance. And since this is hardcore, where you're locked out of an instance, you can only do one. You can only do each instance once per day. So if you're unlucky, yeah, there's just like two mobs that didn't spawn that time, so you need to go back the next day while also finishing the red wool bandana one. So yeah, I mean it is what it is, I guess. Kind of silly. Anywho, as you can see, my bags are absolutely terrible, so I'm also going to try and offload some stuff. We are, as usual, trying to find a tank, which is usually the case when you're doing hardcore dungeons. So we'll see what happens. Here we are. Lovely sunset over Stormwind. Looking for a tank, stockades. Let's sell some stuff. I also need to train first aid so I can make better bandages. Mm-hmm. So you can see my auction house strategy is the most lazy one there is, which is basically just put in item and press post. Yeah, I created a whole lot of rage potions when I was skilling up alchemy earlier. That would be nice if they sold. It's like a kind of a lot of money at this level. And a lucky charm. I think that was it. I'm not gonna try to sell the offhand because I don't know who would want to buy a oh, I can ask here. Hey, can you tank?
Have a good one.
Okay, they got him. Dang it. Alright. And he said no. So, I mean, if someone don't want to tank, then you don't want them tanking either way. It's one thing if someone is like, yeah, I mean, I can try, um, and the rest of the group is fine with it, but if they're like, nah, I don't want to, then yeah, alright. Try again, looking for tanks, stockades, anyone.
You need something?
You need something? Yes,
Be
I
careful.
need to be able to create heavy wool. So I already got the books for fishing and cooking. I have not been to Arathi Highlands to pick up the first aid books, but I guess it's getting close to it. How are we looking with the guild? Anyone want to tank stockades?
Light be with you. Be careful.
Right. I may as well run over to the alchemy place as well and do some skilling up while waiting. I mean, if we even get a group going, because this is usually the case. It's so difficult finding tanks. Uh, Probably because, I mean, if something goes wrong inside an instance, like you overpull or whatever it may be, uh, it's usually the tank that is the first one that goes down. And if the rest are lucky, they can, you know, scatter together and make it outside. I mean, I'm all for staying and trying to, you know, salvage a bad pull. But if at some point or another, or if the tank just goes down for whatever reason, then. But yeah, tanks are not easy to come by.
Ishnu Aram.
Let's make 20.
Be careful.
Ah, all right. We have ourselves a tank. I didn't take that long. I'll save 5 potions for myself. Right, and then we have 12 for the auction house. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. everyone in town, or is okay? So they are in Darkshire. Wait, are they still with? Oh boy. Or did I see incorrectly? It looked like the rogue had. So when you do your poison quest as a rogue, you get a 7-day debuff that I think reduces your agility by 15 or something. And I mean, there is a quest to remove it, and you can even get a like a druid or something to remove it for you if you don't want to bother doing the quest. And it almost looked like the rogue still had that debuff, and they are level 31. Well, I, maybe I just maybe I just saw incorrectly. Hello, Mia. Yes, this is my favorite game, in fact. And thank you for the follow.
What can I do for you? Light bless you.
We are about to head into the Stockades. But since this is classic, everyone will now stand here waiting for the rest to show up. Wait, what are they asking? She? 2 Dust of Decay. No, I do not. Do I look that old? Yes, I have been playing this for 2 decades, in fact. I mean, on and off. Am also playing other stuff, but this is the game I keep coming back to, actually. All right, we actually have a warlock in our group, and we can summon. Man, I have muscle. I'm sitting in a very uncomfortable way currently. Rock style. Get bold and build muscle. I don't know. I like my hair. Not on stream, sorry. Even if you're the only one here watching. Right, we're gonna see. Could be lucky if it's maybe just 3 of us that actually need the bandanas, because then we may be able to finish it. Wait. Oh no. Is someone saved? No, it's bugged. Takes a while. Okay. That was very strange. So do you play this, Mia, or did you just come in to see what this was about? Oh. I mean, I can see that. It is a very old game. It's like 20 years old, so I think it's also a very difficult game to get into nowadays, unless you've played it, you know, previously. But there's also like 15 different versions that you can play. This is the oldest version of it. Okay, so it's actually only me and the warlock, I think, that needs the bandanas. I mean, this is mostly just me doing for fun of it. I haven't really looked into setting anything up. To begin with, I would just see if people are even interested in watching, and if so, then yeah, maybe start looking into doing some real setup and make it more personal. Do you think that matters? It's like, do you think people come in and it's like, oh, he haven't even, you know, done anything with his stream? Right, so far so good. I mean, I would say that our group is kind of over-leveled. Um, Warlock and the other rogue is kind of high level for this place. Oh, you mean the like the bit rate, or? Okay, there we have one of the bosses, if you can even call it that, because it's basically just a named character. But he's a quest mob. I'd argue, but in this group I don't think it will be an issue, but in here there's only two really difficult spots, and that is because one of the sort of side bosses can fear, which can be very, very bad if you haven't cleaned out or cleared out the rooms next to the boss beforehand, and then someone gets feared and suddenly you have 1,000 mobs on you. And the other boss is similar, but I think he blinds or something and then runs straight for the healer. Ah. We don't want that. But we want the bandana. How many do we need? Are we almost done? Okay, so me, the warrior, and the warlock all need the quest items being dropped. So I need to keep an eye out when the rogue and priest are looting, so maybe I can loot their corpses after. Something you don't see that often at this level is warrior tanks actually using a shield, because they just don't do enough aggro. They, I mean, they survive longer technically, but they also don't get as much aggro as if they were. Oh shit! Uh, that dwarf just came running. I think that's the... There is one quest that I think I never do in this place, and that is a quest you get in wetlands that you basically get after doing a whole bunch of elite quests there. And by the time you're done with those quests, you know, this place is so uninteresting, even more so than what it already is. Okay, we're getting... So that dude fears, I'm quite sure. And if you're not careful, like if you're my level, you can accidentally like social aggro him because he is quite high level. And that's the point where things can go bad very, very quickly. Oh boy, yes, I need that. I don't need that. Ho ho, that was actually a very good upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful around the boss room. Yeah, he's 4 levels above me, so very easy to accidentally pull him. Okay, I'm gonna stay away. When I was here with my tanking druid... Oh, don't pull that room. We had like a level 24 paladin, I think, in the group that managed to, unfortunately, pull the boss room and this room at the same time. But we somehow survived, which was crazy. Oh, okay. Okay, they all come. Gonna... This, yeah, he blinds, and then he runs for one of the range. It's usually what he does. I'll just evade. Evasion. His blind is also super short range. You practically need to almost stand on top of him to get it, which is why the range people never get it. No, no, no. He got all the bandanas. Hey, I can pick this. Does no one want it? Fine leather pants. I guess not. Okay, Warlock is pulling, which is... I mean, I wouldn't say we're in any danger, per se. So I do wonder though, because we still need 4 prisoners and 1 convict, and I seem to remember it's always the convicts that for whatever reason not always spawn the 8 that you need, which is very annoying. But I will at least probably finish the bandana quest. I am thinking if I should bother trying to do Black Fathom Deeps, because I don't think there's really anything in there that I care about. And Horde have a great quest reward from that place, but Alliance doesn't, at least if you're playing a rogue. Where are the convicts? We only need 1 more. Also seems we're not getting a rare mob this time. Okay, warrior finished with the bandana quest at least. on, man. Just give me one goddamn more bandana at least. I don't want to do this place again. I mean, if I get the bandana and you know, if there are some of the name mobs missing, I won't bother going in here again. Okay, he's in there. Dextran Ward. He is the one that fares, I believe. We're also getting very little XP in here because the rogue and warlock are so high level. But I'm basically only here to finish a couple of the quests. And I mean, I got a very nice green dagger as well. Uh-oh. Ah, thank you. At least that is out of the way. But I don't think we'll finish the Quell the Uprising one, because I think we're one convict short. Standard, the warlock says. Yeah, it's just so silly. Yeah. I mean, I am not going in here again just to kill one convict when there's almost certainly no loot at all to be had in here. There is actually a very nice ring that only drops in here, like a Defias, a Renegade ring or whatever it's called. I think it's like +3 agility and +3 stamina. Right, time to get feared. Yeah, that is the fear that can easily screw you over if you haven't cleared out the rooms. Right, one convict short. That is the worst. What does that even get? Ah, it's like 40 silver.
Need help
It's not,
or the Alliance?
it's kind of a
Go with
lot.
honor, friend. Or the
Yeah,
Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
thanks. All stay safe. Hey, well, we finished it, at least. And now we have a whole bunch of quests to hand in. And I will probably eventually at least abandon that quest because I just don't see myself going in there again. Even if 40 silver is nice, it's like, it's not that fun to do stockades. It is that rare. Um, Bruegel, Iron Knuckle. I think I've only seen him like once or something. But he does drop a very nice dagger and even a fist weapon, which is very rare. But yeah, I mean he's never there. I think there are actually groups that, you know, form up specifically to, and then let a rogue sneak in and see if he's actually there. And if not, they just reset the dungeon. But yeah. And this quest, the Curious Visitor, that starts off a long chain of kind of high-level quests for my level. So I will just do the first parts.
Interest you in a pint?
Right.
What can I do for you?
I do wonder,
Off with you.
because I will turn 26, I assume, when I hand in these 4 quests. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe just short of it. We'll probably go to Red Ridge to clean up there because still some green quests to do. Yeah. Oh, I'll just send this to the bank. And maybe send some money as well. 26 cheap shot. Cheap shot. The other way around. 60 silver. Yeah, and I'll just send 3 gold.
Hey there. Have a good one.
No, I will not ding or level up from handing in the quests. That's okay. Just head to Red Ridge. Oh, and when do I get the new poisons? 28. Yeah,
What are you looking for?
I need to make some poison as well. Oh, nice. Bunch of healing potions sold. 15. It's also one of those big differences between the old World of Warcraft and like retail. You know, the whole, I would say class fantasy is what they did really well in the older
Bless you.
version.
Be careful. More enemies. Be careful.
And I mean, I guess it peaked with the Legion expansion. Um, but also like this older, I, I'm I like retail for what it is. I don't play it as much anymore. Um, you know, I did Mythic Plus, I did heroic raids and stuff like that. But I guess what I really like about Classic is that your class that you're playing, for good and worse, you know, was very unique. You know, there was no one else that had the same abilities or like the class you were playing. You know, the whole picking locks and brewing poisons for your weapons, and you had your interrupt, your kick. While in retail, there are so many classes, and you know, all the classes have their own version of kick. Um, all the classes have some way of some form of a stun. Uh, Most of them also have some form of self-heal. So yeah, I mean,
Have a good one.
I get it. They're modernizing it, but it is also removing, in many ways, what you know makes this older version unique in so many ways. But alright, we finish Stockades. I'm gonna hand in quests, and then I'm gonna do some green questing in Red Ridge, which I don't think is very exciting. So I will end it here for today.
Greetings.
But if you're watching, you know, later, thank you so much, and I hope I'll
Light.
see you soon again.